simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Alabama's offense will take the field first. Alabama had little trouble the last time they saw the Tigers blowing out Auburn in the Iron Bowl.
Alabama made a statement. They did it from the very opening whistle. They completely dominated the Tigers in all three facets.
And the Tigers fans heard about it all year long. You know Bama loves to beat down Auburn in the Iron Bowl and brag about it for a year. Let's see what the Tigers respond with.
Makes the grab. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big... And look at him, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looking downfield on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Time to take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Zings it complete to the right. And into the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bama! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
So the Auburn Tigers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards, you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over. That's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
To the air on second down. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Here comes that Alabama offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Runs through a tackle. Oh, he's got some space. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Got his man downfield. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He's got an open man. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Back to pass on second down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Darius is when you play on that defensive front. There he goes! And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers in green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think of it.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Hauls it in. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win, but you got to take those chances you got.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the marker. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. That's caught. It's Jackson.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown time! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect play to wrap up the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, 1st down here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He splits the uprights.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 17, set to advance on the football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on first down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Still running at the 40. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Alabama pushing the tempo.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Catch in the middle. It's Ali. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. He wants to go deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
It's a big stride inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Fights off a defender. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. To the air on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he got the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
He's got him in the flat. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The offense changing the play. He makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open, man, zone. I know I'm looking his way because he's going to catch the football. He's going to make big plays for me. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they're going to continue to highlight this guy in the passing game.
Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Just keep slinging it. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Made it harder on themselves on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 9. Makes the grab. Trying to get it in. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Crosses the 35. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Takes the easy completion. It's nice to get a quarterback an easy completion like that, but it's nicer if they can go forward. And they did not that time, Jesse.
They did not. No, the defense was just better at the point of attack. Look at all these defenders, the shedding blocks and then getting hats to the football. It's impressive.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Bama! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Oh, will they dial up on second and a long way to go. They'll leave it with the lone back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Tigers and Tide. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Alabama and Auburn plays out.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And he'll just take a knee in this drive. At the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time. Going to try to get it himself. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He's taking the shot. He's got it inside the 30. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Still backed up pretty deep. It's 2nd and 5 from the 15. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hilliard. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes that Alabama offense. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown time! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that, Palmer.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all three phases of the game, they've been great.
It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Plucks it out of the air. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Last completion moves the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Steamrolls his way ahead. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Grab near the marker. It's Hilliard. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ali. Still on his feet at the 45. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
I tell you, you got to be careful if you're the defense right now because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this offense is going to take opportunities when they have one-on-ones, and they just did right there.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got a man in the middle. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Right on target this time. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? He'll go to the sneak. Oh, it's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Auburn sends out the punting unit. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. To the air on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's
unloads it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. You got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. Now, it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that You know, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football, but there's definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the returner will be brought down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to...
And the quarterback will be slowed down back at the 43. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Got enough for the first down. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Right back to the well. Nice move there. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll give it to the back. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? The give to the tailback. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating more. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
All right, not ideal. Not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone. Get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some.
Turning it on! Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.